Hi there. I thought I'd do a quick video just going over the purchases I've made in sort of most of October, because it's a funny old month where certain books I wanted weren't available, such as the Predator Omnibus, and then other books I wasn't even thinking about getting, I just got because they turned up for the right price and I thought I would take a punt on them. Let me know if there's any of these books that you would like me to review or do an overview of. Because it's so difficult deciding what to read next, because it's almost like the paradox of choice. You've got too much to get into and I always end up reading something digitally otherwise. But anyway, let's get on with having a look at these books. That's what you're here for, isn't it? Okay then, first up on this list is Heroes for Hire, Villains for Hire, the complete collection from Dan Abnett and Andy Lanning. Got this just because it was up in my suggestions on Amazon. It was at a good price, used. But obviously, when I say used, it was just shelf worn. It's got more used here as I spilt my cup of tea on it a minute ago. But yeah, that's an okay read, and I'll be doing a review on that shortly because I've powered through that. Next up is Captain America, The Death of Captain America. This is a book I'd read digitally before, but decided to get when the omnibus came back out. It is a really thin omnibus, and I had to wait for the price to come right down before I was willing to buy it, as, to be honest, I think sometimes Marvel takes the piss a little bit, because they could have combined this with some other Brubaker Captain America books to make a fuller omnibus, and I think they're just trying to maximise their revenue with that one. Next up is the Promethea Deluxe Edition series from DC. Got all three of these because they came up suspiciously cheap. There's been no announced omnibus from DC for this, but these were all priced between £10 and £15. And these are good editions, you know, they're lovely artwork, really good prints. Yeah, and it was just, well, I'll strike while the iron was hot before the prices shot back up, and I'm just not sure if there's something else going on in the background there that means they are going to release an omnibus, and that's why they're trying to clear stock. Okay, now we've got the Batwoman Omnibus. This is one I was looking forward to. It was cancelled a few times, and I didn't think it was actually going to come out. I'm never sure why they cancelled it, considering the Batwoman TV series was out. Maybe there were legal reasons for it or something. But yeah, this one, nice thick omnibus, got it for a reasonable price, and I'm very much looking forward to cracking the seal and reading that very shortly. Next up is the Amazing Spider-Man Omnibus from David Michelinie and Todd McFarlane. This was, again, very cheap to get. Didn't have to put a lot of expenditure into it. It's the era of Spider-Man I used to read when I was much younger. You get a decent amount of material, and just looking for some nostalgia really with that one. Next up is a great big fat omnibus, which is the Preacher Omnibus from DC. This finishes off the Preacher series. I've got the first volume already on the shelf. Again, not overpriced at all, very reasonable for the amount of material you get compared to some other omnibuses that are out there. Never sure how they work out these omnibus prices, to be honest. I really do think they just stick their finger in the air and see how much they can get away with charging, but this one felt like good value in comparison to others, and again, a cracking series, which if you haven't got the deluxe or absolute editions, I would say pick up the omnibuses while you still can. Next up is Cosmic Ghostrider. I didn't really know anything about this series, and I think that's why I bought it. The book was at a good price. I hadn't bought anything for a while, and I felt like this is a kind of thing that I may well enjoy, because I got the all-new Wolverine Omniverse just on the off chance, and I really enjoyed that. And this looks like another fun book that I would like to think people weren't paying too much attention to at Marvel, so the writers probably got away with doing a lot more fun stuff. And I mean, Frank Castle as the Ghostrider, it's got to be fun, hasn't it? Okay, Fourth World Omnibus by John Byrne. I got this because I just like the art cover, the book cover on it. I know you shouldn't judge a book by its cover, but I've never really read a lot of dark side stuff or anything about the Fourth World. I think I know all I need to from other media, but this was £30, well £32, sorry, and And for what you get, I thought it's one I can add to my collection. If I like it, I like it. If I don't, that's fine. I'm not disappointed in the fact that I've just got this lovely picture to look at, and I'm happy to add that to my collection in any event. Right then, next up is the X-Men Omnibus from Chris Claremont and Jim Lee. This is volume 1, and then I also got volume 2. Just so happened the place I bought them from had both in stock, and I thought, well, there's no point buying one and then not the other. These weren't necessarily the cheapest, but they were just an opportunity I thought I'd jump at, because it had been a slow month, and well, this is the era of X-Men that a lot of people will recognise the styling from the cartoon series. And I thought it's something I'd want to have in my collection. I look forward to reading them. I understand the second omnibus is better than the first omnibus, but we'll see. I'm not necessarily going to read those too soon, as I'd rather get into that Cosmic Ghostrider omnibus I just talked about. So that was it for the buys. I hope there was something there people liked. As I say, let me know if there's anything you would like me to go over in particular. Certainly that Heroes for Hire has been read and is going to be reviewed. As will that Cosmic Ghostrider, as soon as I finished a couple of digital books I'm just going through. There's a few more things in the post to come, but I'm not going to be waiting for those, and I'll talk about those in a separate video. Thanks for watching. Please feel free to like and subscribe. There goes Isla the Kitten, and enjoy yourselves.